What is up, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. So this is going to be a fun video because Bitcoin has seen a bunch of price appreciation over the past couple days. This is a particularly exciting time for a lot of degens who have been sticking it out throughout this bear market for the past 2 years, and now we are finally starting to see the fruits of our labor. So as many of you know who watch this channel, I've been dollar cost averaging Bitcoin over the past 6 months or so, a bunch in the $20,000 range, and so voila, now I'm up a pretty decent amount here from just dollar cost averaging over a select few months when basically no one else wanted to. So this is a part of the reason as to why I preach this strategy and why I had been saying that I did think the risk to reward ratio between, Bitcoin going lower past 20K, I was okay with accepting a potential 10, 20, 30% drawback from where I was dollar cost averaging and not worrying too much about that in comparison to the risk reward of a potential Bitcoin ETF getting approval and the market loving that and shooting the price upward. And as we've seen over the past 48, 72 hours, depending on when this video goes live, is Bitcoin's price shot all the way up to $35,000 and bounced right off and hit that resistance level. And now we're starting to see Bitcoin go sideways around $30,000 to $33,000. And so I'm hoping by the time this video comes out, the market hasn't shifted an insane amount. Otherwise, a lot of this information will be slightly inaccurate. But in the past, if Bitcoin experiences, a 5, 10% pump to the upside based off of news or narrative or sentiment or whatever it is, sometimes we can see altcoins and, lower cap coins and meme coins and crap coins and potentially even NFTs start to surge with it afterwards. But this is all dependent on the fact that if Bitcoin can find some sort of support level above $30,000 and go sideways for a couple weeks, I think that could signal a decent amount of volume flooding back into altcoins and smaller altcoins and potentially even some NFT collections. So that is something I'm definitely looking forward to and also just keeping an eye on very closely. If Bitcoin just gets rejected off that 35K level and we dip below 30K again and the sentiment switches once again to potentially more bearishness, then we could see that pan out slightly differently. But for now, at least with the information that I've been provided with, I'm currently looking at lower cap altcoins and crap coins and meme coins and stuff to start placing some degen bets with SallySwap, our crypto trading bot, and trying to catch some W's there. So once again, this is why you don't plug completely out of the market, because then you miss super crazy green days like yesterday where Bitcoin went to $35,000 very, very quickly. So these are fun times in the market. Let's take a look at Bitcoin's price and I'll give you guys an overall market overview, what's happening with the Bitcoin ETF, the rumors, why the price is potentially going up, why the market thinks the Bitcoin ETF is coming soon, etc. All right, so now you can see here on the screen, Bitcoin at the time of recording of this video is currently sitting at $33,800. We are up quite a bit just from earlier in this week, about 10% to the current price. And before that, we wicked up to about 15% at about slightly above $35,000 and got rejected right off. But Bitcoin being up 10, 15% in a couple days, that is a huge amount of liquidity getting injected into Bitcoin because the market cap for Bitcoin is so high and it needs a lot of money very quickly to move the price that fast. And so one thing I think that is going to be important to note is the current market cap of cryptocurrencies, I believe, is sitting at around $1.2 trillion. As you can see here on CoinGecko at the top of the screen, the market cap for all cryptocurrencies is sitting at around $1.2 to $1.3 trillion. And so far, the market cap for the entirety of the cryptocurrency sector hasn't gone up that much. It's gone up 6% while Bitcoin went up 15%. So this begs the question, where's the money coming from to pump the Bitcoin price? I don't necessarily think it's from new liquidity outside of our cryptocurrency ecosystem. I think it's coming from two different things. One, old new money is what I'm calling it, is coming back into the crypto space. So what I mean by that is people who were a part of last bull run or potentially even the bull run before, but checked out during the bear market, have put some money back into the market. So it's not necessarily brand new liquidity, but it is old new money that checked out and now that is coming back in. Kind of funny. They should have just stuck around in the first place, but that's how things go. The second one is I think Bitcoin is experiencing a liquidity injection from altcoins. So people are fleeing from the more risky assets of the cryptocurrency space, like different altcoins, into Bitcoin. And you can see that when you look at the pairings between Bitcoin and different altcoins or even haven Bitcoin and ETH, money from Ethereum, money from altcoins has shifted into Bitcoin as a safe haven and on a narrative bet, a play, you could say, on the bet that the Bitcoin ETF is coming sooner rather than later. So let's just take a look at CoinGecko here. As you can see, over the past 7 days, Bitcoin is up almost 19%, Ethereum 13.5, BNB 6.7, XRP 14, because I think a large portion of why this pumped so hard in comparison to some others is because I believe the SEC has dismissed the case, the SEC lawsuit against the founders of Ripple. And then you go down here, and over the past 7 days, quite a few altcoins have gone up, but you have to remember, this is USD price in percentage. When it comes to their pairings versus Bitcoin, a lot of them are down or now more neutral, or at least in the short term, bouncing off their Bitcoin valuation lows with some money coming back into altcoins. And so we had quite a bit of news when it comes to the Bitcoin ETF. There was that fake Bitcoin ETF approval that happened with Cointelegraph, where some intern, I think it was an intern, posted a fake article saying the Bitcoin ETF got approved. Price jumped up like crazy very quickly and then was quickly dismissed as fake. Article got taken down. Cointelegraph ended up apologizing. There was some weird suspicious trades on Rollbit, some insider trading there. And then what we saw is just more BlackRock bullishness and now Fidelity bullishness, saying that the Bitcoin ETF is coming sooner rather than later. Bitcoin's price is undervalued, blah, blah, blah. You know, these big institutional multi-billion, sometimes trillion-dollar companies just playing the manipulation game, trying to shake out retail, trying to pump prices up, trying to push prices down, doing whatever they have to do to A, get their ETF approved so they can make money, and also B, get the best entry they possibly can into these assets. So now that Bitcoin has pumped 15, close to 20% over the past week or so, I am just going to continue the status quo, but I'm debating on potentially lowering the amount that I'm dollar cost averaging into Bitcoin at the moment, but I also don't have a huge amount of exposure to Bitcoin because I've only been DCAing, on a bi-weekly basis 4 to 6 months. And so the bags that I would like to have, I'm not quite there yet. But I think at this point in the cycle, that with the macro still being really poor and war happening in multiple different parts of the world, inflation still being high, interest rates still being high, all these different factors, obviously the market is very bullish on this Bitcoin ETF getting approved. Otherwise, we wouldn't see the price jump up almost 20% over the past 7 days. I want exposure to Bitcoin and I want more exposure to Bitcoin. I am okay with the price potentially dropping below 30K again and the market flipping a little bit more bearish while continuously dollar cost averaging. If I have a week or two of my dollar cost average being above 30K and we go below it, I'm not going to trip about that because I very much believe in, the back half of 2024 and 2025 with the Bitcoin ETF approval happening, the presidential election happening, the Bitcoin halving happening, all of these different catalysts coming together around the same time, we could see Bitcoin break its all-time high. Like, that is a strong possibility of Bitcoin breaking its all-time high in the next year or two. And that would be a 2x from what we're currently at. And I don't know about you guys, but 2xing my money, I'm totally cool with. So don't check out of the market completely. Dollar cost average, make sure you have a plan for moments just like this. Whether you're taking profits right now because you've been dollar cost averaging for a while and you don't necessarily believe in the longevity of this pump, that's up to you. Whether you're buying right now because you think the Bitcoin ETF is coming and we're going to 40K or 50K in the short term, do it up. It is going to be a conviction play and a guesstimate based off of evidence and historical data that we have. And that's really the best we can do. So my stance on this channel. I'm not going to repeat it, but it is an exciting time to be in the cryptocurrency space once again. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens in the next few months with the Bitcoin ETF. That is all the rage right now. That's what you've seen on the timeline. You're seeing stuff about BlackRock and Fidelity and all of the bullish stuff that they're saying about Bitcoin in general. And I think it's pretty clear, at least in my opinion, that is going to happen. It's just a matter of when. So whether that happens in the next couple weeks or couple months or sometime in 2024, cool with me. As long as it happens, the market's going to respond the way it does once it happens regardless. Guys, make sure to check out my private Discord in the description below. We are running a 2-week free trial. All you have to do is sign up in the link below for free and check out the Discord for a full 2 weeks, a full 14 days for absolutely free. I hope you guys love it. And then if you like, you can sign up afterwards. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button. I would greatly appreciate that. And I will see you guys in the very next one. Peace.